Cowabunga, dudes! Michelangelo here. Actually, it's Townsend Coleman, the voice actor of Michelangelo, and Sentinel Prime, and The Tick, and Gobo on Fraggle Rock, all kinds of shows. And you're watching In Conversation with Amber the Fangirl, ATF.
Hi guys, Amber here. Welcome back to another episode of In Conversation with ATF. Now today, my guest is a voice actor who is known for being one of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Michaelangelo.
Oh, cowabunga, dudes! Amber, I gotta tell you, you are one totally bodacious dudette.
Thank you, Michaelangelo. Oh, you're too kind. I can't remember what's your bandana color. I can't remember. I haven't watched.
Whoa, wait a minute. Is it purple? I don't think so.
Purple.
Was it red? No, I don't think so. How about blue?
I think it's orange.
I think it's orange.
Yay, we got it.
Very nice. Well, you had a 1 in 4 chance.
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, I literally went to Nickelodeon Land recently, which is at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. They had tons of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles merchandise in the little Nick shop they have.
Wait, you went to Nickelodeon?
No, it's like this little theme park in Blackpool, and it's got a section called Nickelodeon Land, and it has all sorts of Nickelodeon themed stuff. They have walkabouts, they have SpongeBob, they have Patrick, they have all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So yeah, and they have a lot of Ninja Turtle merchandise in the little Nick shop that they have. So, but to visit Nickelodeon itself would be brilliant. That's been one of my dreams for the longest time.
Yeah, it's a very fun place. Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was there right now. Oh, you're making me jealous. My guest is also the voice of Rewind in the original Transformers G1 cartoon. I believe one of Blaster's cassettes. The Tick in The Tick.
I am the Tick.
Waldo
in Endure beware.
Also Waldo in Where's Waldo, the cartoon.
Hi, I'm Waldo, and this is my dog Wolf.
I remember watching that cartoon on YouTube like years ago. Like years ago when I was like only 10, and just to hear that just took me back. Oh my god.
Right.
I just had like a brainwave of nostalgia. Who else is there? Oh yes. Forgive me for saying his name wrong. Is it Gobo? Fraggle in Fraggle Rock?
Gobo. Yeah, that's Gobo.
In Fraggle Rock, the animated series.
This is Gobo right here. Gobo was an explorer. He used to love going exploring in outer space. Of course, outer space was just the real world above Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he used to have his friends Wembley and Red, and Wembley, your rock dust allergies all in your head.
Yeah, some good actors in that series. They had Bob Bergen, Patricia Paris, Barbara Goodson.
That's right.
Actors. Yeah, wonderful cast.
Pat Penny, Rob Paulson.
Penny, and Rob as well. Oh, Rob, love the guy. I need to get around to interviewing him, to be fair, because he's been a person I wanted to interview for a while.
You what?
I've been wanting to interview Rob for a while.
Oh, so you've not interviewed him yet?
No.
All right. Well, I'll have to rope him into it.
My guest is none other than Townsend Coleman. Welcome.
All right. Yes, the best.
I love your shirt as well. It looks so cool.
What's that?
I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you.
I'm the mighty ninja dude.
Oh my God.
No, I'm sorry. The amazing ninja dude.
Oh, that's so cool. I love it.
A buddy of mine got this for me as a gift, and I love it.
Oh, yeah. That looks really lovely. Oh, so how are you today?
I'm good. Yeah. And here in LA, looks like things have been opening up for a little bit now. And it's such a joy to be able to go outside without a mask, go into stores, restaurants, grocery stores without a mask. I'm digging it. Hoping it doesn't start shutting down again. But yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks.
The UK's been in a similar situation. I believe all restrictions are planning to end on the 19th. No masks, no social distancing and stuff. But I can't really see that happening, to be fair. I mean, like, most of the UK is like, oh no, don't open everything up. We just got to take this one step at a time. I want to keep... Well, to be fair, they're not taking away face masks altogether. They're just not going to put gonna become mandatory anymore. So like, let's say if you went to the store or the supermarket,
Right.
you could wear a face mask if you wanted to, or you just couldn't. It was just up to you.
Right. Well, the whole world is watching what the UK is going to do, and how those kinds of lifting of restrictions and sort of leaving it up to everyone to do whatever you want. I see how that works out.
Well, I hope they do this safely, because I've got 2 Comic Cons scheduled for this autumn.
Oh, where are you going?
In October, I'm going to Edinburgh, which is up in Scotland.
Mhm.
For Comic Con Scotland, because obviously
Okay.
Frank Welker's going, guilty pleasure.
All right.
So he's meant to
Oh,
be
that's
going.
wonderful.
Yeah, so it'd be lovely to see him again.
Yeah.
And I've got Liverpool Comic Con the next month in November.
Okay.
I've got a few good voice actors are going, I believe. Fred Tattershaw's going, so it's gonna be nice to see him as well. And I think Patrick Warburton's going as well. So yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Good
All right.
lineup.
Yeah, the live action Tick.
Of course, I've just remembered. Oh man, I'm literally going to be speaking to both Ticks this year.
There you go.
Wow.
Hey,
you know
all
what?
you need is Peter Serafinowicz now, and you've got all 3 Ticks.
You know what? Let's start off with the Tick. So
all right.
So what came first? Was it the live action Tick?
No, our animated series came first.
Oh,
yeah, 1994.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Patrick was asked to base his Tick off your Tick.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think, Patrick is certainly such a fine actor and an inventive, creative, wacky, with a great sense of humor guy himself, that I don't think he needed any help. He brought his own, personality to it, which is what made him so hilarious as the Tick. As did Peter Serafinowicz in the latest live action version that was on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, definitely. It's like these people bring their own incarnations into it. Like, obviously, let's say you've got Optimus Prime, Peter Cullen, and then you've got Gary Chalk and David Kay, who do their own spins on the character instead of direct impersonations of Peter. So it is cool.
Yeah, and it's like all the iterations of Ninja Turtles. There have been. We were the first, and for that, I'll forever be grateful. To be the original Michaelangelo. But there were many Michelangelos that came along after me that all those actors all brought their own thing to it, whether it was in animation or in feature films. And I just think that that's a very cool thing to have, multiple actors, each bringing their own sense of humor to it, and their own ideas, and of course, their own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
I think that's great.
Yeah, definitely. And you had a really good voice director for the original TMNT, Susan Blue.
Well, Sue Blue, yeah, and she actually wasn't the original voice director. That was Stu Rosen on the original 5-episode miniseries. But once we got picked up and went to a full series, that's when they hired Susie to be the voice director. And and then she directed, all 200 of them, or 194, however many there were. But she directed all 10 seasons of it, or 9 seasons. Yeah. And gosh, Susie, she's the director I probably worked with most in all the animation I've done. She did, of course, she did the Tick. Of course, now I'm going to start forgetting.
RC and Transformers.
Transformers Animated. She directed as well as being in the original Transformers. She
was RC.
Yeah, RC. Yeah.
So yeah, she's done a lot of things. She's still around doing voice directing today, which is quite cool.
Well, actually, I think now she's mostly retired.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I think so. At least last I heard, unless she's come out of retirement by popular demand, which wouldn't surprise me, and is directing again. But yeah, I know that maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, she hung up the stopwatch, and I don't think she's directing anymore.
Wow.
But you know what? Listen, I could be completely wrong. So don't.
I've approached her for an interview, but we haven't arranged anything yet. But fingers crossed we can get something in the bag.
Yeah, that'll be lovely.
I wanted to speak to her for a while, so she would be a really good guest.
Yeah, Susie's great. Ginny McSwain's great. Andrea Romano, of course, is fantastic.
I was going to say, there are some voice actors who are also voice directors. Like there's Charlie Adler. I think Andrea Romano voiced a few characters. There's another voice.
Well, she started as an actress, and then ended up over doing some casting at Hanna-Barbera back in the 80s. And so then that's when she got into voice directing and sort of took over for Gordon Hunt at Hanna-Barbera way back when.
Yeah, and also Ginny McSwain, she's a voice actress as well. I'm trying to think, there was another... Oh, yes, I think Rob's done a few voice direction for the recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, he was in the 2012 series as
He was.
Donatello.
I grew up watching that.
There you go.
I remember watching that.
And then you're right, he directed Rise of the TMNT.
Yeah, it's so hard to say TM because you're thinking, is it TNMNT? You don't know. It's TMNT. There we go. Yeah. God, mastered it.
There you go. Just call it Turtles.
Tongue twister. Yeah, okay. I'll just say Rise of the Turtles. Yeah, that sounds like a bit of a dramatic film, doesn't it?
Right.
Oh, wow. So tell me about some of your other roles. Do you remember any of your time on Transformers?
Oh, absolutely. Not so much on Transformers on G1 back in the mid 80s, because I did the voice of Rewind, he was only in just a couple of episodes. So I wasn't really involved with G1 that much. However, in, I want to say 2000, gosh, I don't even remember now, maybe 2007, 2008, somewhere around in there, I got Transformers animated. And was Sentinel Prime in that, and it got cast in that largely because the producers and the director liked what I did with the Tick, and so they sort of modeled Sentinel Prime after the Tick. Blue, big chin, and a similar-ish voice, and just a real jerk of an attitude. So. That was great working on that show, working with, again, a great cast, Phil Lamar and Corey Burton and Bill Fagerbakke and
Tara Strong,
Tara and David Kay and Tom Kenny. Oh my gosh. I mean, it was just a brilliant,
such a good cast.
Brilliant cast.
Love it.
Huh?
Love the cast. So great. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I've had tons of conversation with Corey. I'm close to Tara. And I'm just close, happy around everyone else. So yeah, lovely joy to just talk to them. Exactly.
Yeah. I felt very blessed to be a part of that, a part of that cast.
I'm jealous now. Just
a bunch of superstars there. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Oh, wow. I'm just thinking about that. I mean, I was only about 3 or 4 when it began, but, a girl can dream about being in the same show as her idols. Oh, man.
You never know. You just keep as Kasem used to say, keep reaching for the stars. Keep your feet on the ground.
I had that in my Facebook bio for a while. I used to always follow that quote.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. And I'm making my voice reel, so that will probably be out to some ages very soon. So
good for you. Do you ever take any workshops or anything like that there in the London area?
We don't have any workshops for voice acting. All of them are online, but I can't really afford like $200 for 3 hours. It's out of my budget.
Right. I'm not going to say that they're inexpensive.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just can't afford them at the moment because I'm actually saving them for a holiday to America.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's one or the other, right?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get to California, so
priorities. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are workshops there in England.
Yeah, I'll try and look for them. I mean, I take a performing arts course at college, so hopefully that would help. I think we're doing not performing arts, excuse me. I think we're doing a voice acting workshop at some point, so hopefully that could help.
Check out the Voiceover Network.
Okay. Is it a website?
VON, Voiceover Network.
Oh, yes. I think I've seen a few of their videos.
They're huge. Yeah. And they're great. And it's a great community of voice actors and very supportive of each other. And they put on all kinds of programs. and workshops and such. Yeah, Voiceover Network. Check them out.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, I'll put that in the description of this interview. So, yeah, hopefully other people can check it out as well.
Yeah.
Right. Back to cartoons. Tell me a little bit.
Cartoons, yes. I remember them.
Love them. Grew up watching them. Grew up watching Top Cat, Tom and Jerry, Wacky Races, everything when I was a little kid. Obviously, living in the UK, suburban area, we didn't really have our own cartoons. We mainly got them imported from America. I mean, you don't usually see Tara Strongs or Frank Welkers over here. You really just get British actors who are known for more on-camera appearances, like David Tennant or Benedict Cumberbatch, or any famous English soap opera actors or anything like that. So we don't have any proper voice actors teams, unless it's like for dubbing that we use kids, or just it's just a muddle really. But yeah, growing up I used to watch all the American Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and man, it was so good. I used to just watch them and just repeat what they would say and just have a ball really. Because
now what's interesting on that note about getting the imports from or the exports, I guess, from America, that a couple of the shows that I've worked on had to be changed when they played in the UK. Like Ninja Turtles was called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Yeah.
Not the Ninja Turtles. And a bunch of the episodes had to be changed and scenes cut, and like Michelangelo's weapons
they had to be changed. I think
the nunchucks. And at one point later in the series, they had changed his weapons to grappling hooks, which is an interesting choice. But and then when I did Where's Waldo,
they changed it to Where's Wally.
It was Where's Wally, yeah.
We call it Where's Wally over here.
Right. And of course, Martin Hanford, the gent who created that and drew all the great Where's Waldo books. It was Where's Waldo over here in the States, but Where's Wally there in the UK.
Yeah, definitely. And that's such a good cast. I'm having a look. Julian Holloway was in it. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Because like Julian's like a big film actor over here.
Who, Julian?
Yeah, he's been in like Carry On films, old English films.
Right.
And he's just been really
Julian was Oddlaw. He was Oddlaw. Jim Cummings was in there as the narrator.
Yeah.
Brad
Garrett, he was Wizard Whitebeard, impersonating Rodney Dangerfield.
That's right, Wizard Whitebeard.
Wow.
And so I think Ginny McSwain directed that series. Does it say who directed that? I think it was Ginny.
Production international changes, voices. Wow, it has additional voices. I know it's not much, but who was the original additional voices in the show? John Wolaski, Jack Angel, Jeff Bennett, Greg Berger, Sue Blue, Carol Channing, Cam Clark, Brian Cummings, Jennifer Darling, Jenny Elias, Pat Fraley, who I've interviewed, Maurice the Marsh, Mary McDonald Lewis. She's from G.I. Joe, I believe.
Right.
I think she was
Lady
J. That's it. I forgot her name.
Yeah.
Michelle Mariana, John Mariano, Chuck McCann, Pat Music, Alan Oppenheimer, Rob Paulson, Jen Rabson, Roger Rose, Susan Silo, and Frank Welker.
Pretty much a who's who of animation back in those days.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that was the early 90s. That was like 92 or 93 maybe.
Oh no, it says on behind the voice actors, the voice director was Susan Blue for Where's Wally.
Oh, was Susie? Okay, so she was the director for that. I'm trying to think, because I'm picturing the studio that we did that in, and I did another series in that studio that I'm trying to remember now that Ginny did direct. So Susie, she was the director on that one too, right? See, this is what I'm saying. She directed like most of the shows that I was ever on. Yeah.
I'm having a look. I'm having a look at Ginny's Wikipedia page now. I'm having a look at her Wikipedia page right now. I can't really, see any shows. No shows come to mind, obviously, when I look at them. She was voice director for the Addams Family, the Biscuits, the Flintstones Comedy Show, the Quickie Koala Show. Yeah, because she did a lot of she did a lot of Hanna-Barbera shows as well, which is quite cool. She was the casting director for Smurfs as well.
Are you talking about Ginny McSwain?
Yeah. She was the voice director for Transformers Rescue Bots as well. So that was cool.
Right. And she also directed quite a few video games. I know she directed me in a video game called Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. Which one? My brother plays that.
The first one.
Oh wow! Oh, because I
Yeah.
remember my brother having a few Mass Effect games went a few years back. So probably. What character did you voice?
I couldn't tell. I did 3 characters in it.
Oh,
and
so was it main?
I
Was one of them a main character or?
I don't think so. They were all pretty much incidental characters.
Ah, that's fair.
But they had names, so yeah.
Oh wow!
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah. Well, wow.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. No need to apologize. We're friends here.
yeah.
I always say that.
And it was also years ago, so.
Yes, man. I'm thinking Mass Effect. Didn't that come out in like 2005? Oh no, 2007.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I would have been about 3.
Yeah. So I did it probably around 2005.
I've just found who you voiced.
Educate me here.
Zabaleta, Lord Darius, and Rafael Vargas.
See, I knew it. That's exactly who I thought. The back of your head. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. Aww. Speaking, I've just actually had a look. You've also done some additional voices for films as well. Like you've done for Sing, The Grinch, and a lot of other films as well. So yeah, oh no, you told me you couldn't remember who you was in Sing.
That's right. And again, it's one of those things. You can see when we do additional voices, it's actually called looping, and they bring a group of actors in. In this case, when we did Sing, I want to say there were maybe 6 guys, and maybe.
I think Tara Strong was a part. Yeah, she was.
She was.
Seen her there.
Yep, probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 women as well. And they do them in groups. In the case of Sing, they brought the guys in first. And so all 5 or 6 of us, however many there were in the studio. And the way it works is the director, who, if for this particular film, was in France at the time, because he's French, was directing from France over Zoom. And we were watching the screen, and the way they do it is they have, of course, all their main characters cast, all right? And
with celebrities
recorded. But now at this point, they've got some animation where they're looking for voices. And in this case, actually didn't even have animation. It was just character drawings, and they would and then the lines. And so they would have each of us guys step up to the mic one at a time and do several takes of one line for that character. And then the next guy would get up and do his take of that same character. And they do that with all 5 or 6 guys. So we all got a chance to try each of the characters that they were having us do. Wow. And then after the fact, they would go through all those takes and decide which voices they liked the best and match the character, at least in their minds, to what they were looking for. So when the movie comes out, I could say, okay, I actually voiced or actually auditioned, I suppose, for maybe 6 characters, and they're all little, small incidental characters. They've only got maybe 1 or 2 lines, or maybe just a reaction or something like that. But you don't know who they're going to pick. So it's not until the film actually comes out and you watch it and you see, oh, so they used me on that character, or, oh, they used Jess Harnell for that character, or, oh, they used Bob Bergen for that character. And you just never know. Unfortunately, I never actually saw Sing. So,
really?
So when it came out, I didn't get it. I didn't watch it, or haven't watched it yet, I should say. And so I can't tell you what voices I ended up doing in it, or what voices of mine they ended up using, if any, for that matter. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm not even in it, So,
but you are credited. But
so I'm credited, and
what if you weren't in it? Credited, but no role. So you were just credited there just for...
Let me tell you, back in the very beginning, when I moved here to LA from Cleveland, Ohio in 1984, I just wanted to be an actor. My goal was not to get into cartoons or voiceovers or anything like that. I wanted to be an on-camera actor. And it wasn't until about 6 months after I moved here that I got this audition for Inspector Gadget. And I thought, oh, well, that could be kind of fun doing a cartoon, you know. And then I ended up getting this part. And that's where I met Maurice LaMarche and Frank Welker. And then, of course, Don Adams. And I was so taken by this session and these 10 episodes that I did. I told my agent, please send me out on more of that stuff. This is crazy, this business. I love it. You know, and so that's how I got into cartoons and ended up doing more and more and more, and ended up the whole voiceover thing ended up kind of grabbing me by the throat and never letting go. And so the on-camera stuff never happened really. I did a few small things, but never really got going with it. And one of the small things that I did back in probably 1985, I'm guessing, was I did an on-camera role as a bellhop in the TV series called Hotel here in the States.
Uh-huh.
And so it was my first on-camera role in a TV show. And even though I only had like one line, and it was something like, can I help you, ma'am? You know, can I take your bags? Something like that. I was so excited to see this episode when it finally aired on TV. And when it aired, I kept looking for myself in this scene and I was nowhere to be found. And the episode ends and I have my family all gathered around and we're all watching this thing and I was just never in it. And so we watched the credits, but my name was in the credits, but they cut me out of the show. So
that's odd.
Yeah, it was odd, I thought. But because my name was in the credits, well, of course I got paid for the session, but I still got residuals every time it aired someplace because my name was in the credits as if I were still in the show, even though I never made an appearance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Any money for nothing. Wow. That's a job I want.
Right.
Going back to looping, I was going to say, it's funny when you watch an animated film and it's got all these big celebrities as like the main characters and stuff, and you go all the way to the bottom of the list, and then the additional voices, they do loop.
Additional voices,
famous voice actors. There's you, Bob Bergen, Jess Harnell, Bill Farmer, Tara Strong, Bob Bergen, Pat Pinney, Danny Mann. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Lorraine Newman. Just so many.
The list is endless.
You can make a good main cast. Why do you need celebrities?
Well, but that's the thing, it's the economics. It's the economics of the business of Hollywood. You're right. They want celebrities for their name value, and they think that's, and I'm sure it's true that's box office.
They don't put silly voices on. They just use their normal voice because everyone knows that voice.
Yeah, right. Well, I think Jim Cummings is one of the only one of us. When I say one of us, our sort of journeyman voice actor cartoon people, who's actually gone on to do, some major stuff and get credited for it. But mostly it's all celebs, and none of us little people, at least as the main characters.
I will forever be grateful to Warner Brothers about the new Scoob film. Have you ever heard of this new Scooby-Doo film, the CGI one?
No.
Well, it was released last year. They replaced every single voice of Mystery Inc. They got Zac Efron to play Fred Jones, Will Forte, Amanda Seyfried, Gina Rodriguez.
Right.
But I will forever be grateful for one thing and one thing only, that they kept
Frank.
They kept Frank as Scooby-Doo.
There you go.
And he was billed. And you know how like voice actors aren't billed usually up with the big actors. He was billed on posters and Frank Welker at the end.
Well, there you go. Okay, so then Frank is actually at the top of that heap then. Well, good for him. Was he not Fred?
No, that was Zac Efron.
Zac Efron, of course.
Frank can win Hollywood, and Hollywood can win Frank. So.
That's right. Well, I remember the first time I saw Frank's name in credits was I was at a theater watching the original Star Trek, and I'm pretty sure it was the original. And he was Spock's screams. Yeah, you already know that.
And a coincidence, Leonard Nimoy also voiced Galvatron in the Transformers movie, and then Frank Welker took over as that role as well.
How about that? Yeah.
Another thing relating to casting with the new Space Jam film out. Have you noticed how well, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but you know how most promotional materials like advertising, oh yeah, this film starring Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, and Zendaya as Lola Bunny.
Right.
Zendaya is like a big Disney Channel star, big singer.
Right.
For some reason they didn't bring back Kath Soucie as Lola. She was terrific at it. No need to replace her. She doesn't even sound like she's getting into the role Zendaya. She just literally sounds like she's putting no effort. She's just literally just talking like this. So yeah, she's literally top billed along with all the other, LeBron James and all the other big live action stars. Jeff Bergman, Eric Bauza, Bob Bergen, not even credited.
Yeah, and they're the main cartoon characters.
Exactly. Yeah. I think they did it for the original Space Jam film as well, like Billy West, Bill Farmer, D. Bradley Baker. See, I'm a nerd in all this voice actor. My British friends are probably watching this thinking, what on earth is she saying right now?
No.
She's bilingual.
No. Listen, you were talking about going to cons earlier, and you're a big Transformers fan.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Have you ever been to the Transformers convention? TFCon? No.
No, it's just I got into Transformers just before the pandemic started. In fact, we got over here as TF Nation.
TF Nation is what I meant, not TFCon. TFCon was here in the States and up in Canada as well. TF Nation used to be called Auto Assembly.
Auto Assembly, yes.
Right. And I've been there twice when it was Auto Assembly. Yeah, back in 2010 and 2012.
Wow. Wow. I was just going to say, have you made a UK appearance before?
Mm-hmm. And that's the only time I've been to the UK. Yeah,
wow.
those two appearances for Auto Assembly for the Transformers convention. And those people were just absolutely delightful. I still keep in touch with a number of them. They're good buddies, good friends. But you should try and get to one of those. They're generally up in Birmingham.
Yeah.
TF
man.
Nation.
They had such a good cast for last year's TF Nation. If it weren't for COVID, I would have gone. It would have gone ahead, and it had such the perfect lineup so far. They had Tanya Gennady, who played Miko in Transformers Prime, Sumili Montano, who played RC in Transformers Prime, and they had Peter freaking Cullen for his second UK appearance ever. They had him
TF Nation.
Yeah.
They had Peter Cullen.
They had him booked.
But you're saying it didn't happen because of COVID, right?
No, it didn't. They cancelled it.
I don't know if it's going to happen this year or not.
It probably will happen next year, to be fair. I mean, they're doing it online again this year.
Well, then you go next year. You understand me?
Yes, I understand you. I hear you loud and clear. And in
All
fact, the Peter Cullen package that we did, there was like £200 to get a photo op with him. I was like, I nearly got a photo with him for £50 at Liverpool. Not saying obviously like the price thing, but yeah, like TF Nation's a bit smaller than like the big Comic-Con, the guys run at Monopoly events, that sort of stuff. But I was speaking to Tanya and she was like, oh yeah, if it goes ahead with me, Sumili and Peter, she'll invite me to breakfast with her, Sumili and Peter. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Yes, please. I'd love that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that if that ever happens. Please.
I hope it does for your sake.
Yeah. It's just so nice just to get to know these people. Just think, this is it, I'm living life. All these kids in my school always said, oh, you'll never be famous, you'll never, get to do the things you love, you're just a stupid little autistic girl. Now look at me, I'm having breakfast with Optimus Bloody Prime.
That's right.
So great. Great. I just love proving people wrong because it just shows that they're a little squidge and I can just, so.
Good for you. Yeah. You go for it, girl.
Thank you, Townsend. Anyways, this interview is not about me, it's about you. So my life story is saved for an autobiography or something. What has been your favorite role to ever do? I think.
Oh my goodness.
Answer, but, you can.
You're talking about in cartoons.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I know the answer, but I'll just let you say
it. I would say The Tick.
Oh. That was not who I was expecting.
Did you think I was going to say Michaelangelo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, I mean, it's this is like Sophie's Choice. How do you decide?
Favorite child. It's like decide the favorite child.
Right. But No, and of course Michelangelo is. I mean, I would have to say the Tick and Michelangelo are they're neck and neck. I just had such a blast doing both of them. Michelangelo I did for a lot longer, of course. Um, the Tick only went 3 seasons, but there was something about the character of the Tick that I just felt like I was able to bring so much um, of myself into it, but able to really relish the writing on this show because the writing is what was so hilarious. And I I mean, with every session that I did, I couldn't I had to pinch myself, couldn't believe that I was getting to do this great, meaty character that was saying the most insane things. And so I think gosh, it's hard to say. I'm going to have to maybe take that back. I can't decide. It would be a toss up between those two for sure.
I mean, the Tick has such a good cast. I'm looking at it right now. You had Mickey
Oh,
Dolenz from the Monkees.
Mickey.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was the
Mickey
first Arthur. Yeah.
He was Arthur on the first season, right?
And then it was Rob Paulson. Who
season
else is
2.
there? Hamilton Camp, Mary Kay Bergman. Oh, she's another one of my favorites. Oh, bless her. Pat Fraley, he's really nice. Tony J, Ed Gilbert. Wow, such a good cast. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed.
And of course, Rob and Jess Arnell and Cam Clark.
Oh, Cam, I've always wanted to interview him, but he won't message me back. I've literally sent him messages to explain who I am. His agent said, I've sent them to his agent. It said, yeah, sure, I'll get him sent out to him. He never responded. To my messages. I'm like, Cam, please, I want to get you on my show. You'd be a great guest. Yeah.
Cam would be great. Yeah,
I'm just poking with the stick, just saying, do something. Come on, I want you on my show. This is what I do with every single voice actor. Oh, so this is great because I want to talk to them. I just want to say thank you and how much I respect them, not just obviously for their cartoons, but for their hospitality and obviously agreeing to do an interview with me. So that really puts a smile on my face.
Well,
was amazing. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, well, you're lovely for even inviting me on and inviting all of us on to, I mean, you're such a lovely fan, and you're clearly into this genre and into, what we do. It's, I would be lying if I said it wasn't a great feeling to talk to somebody like you who, wants to know about what you do and about your background and, how do you do what you do? I mean, all that kind of stuff. So thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Townsend. And wow, what a lovely way to wrap off this interview, honestly.
Are we done? Okay.
Oh, well, it's only about, to be honest, I always got to make a note to myself, what time do we start recording at? And I was like, okay, we've got to go on for 45 minutes. And then when we were sort of into it, I looked at the clock, it was like 25 to 9. I was like, when did we start? I don't want to end it too late, so I don't want to go on for like 2 hours. I don't want to end it too early, then it's like half an hour. So I usually try to keep them down to about 40 to 45, maybe 50 minutes. I know the longest one I did was with Wally Winger, and that was about an hour and a half, because we could not stop talking about Muppets and Fraggle Rock and stuff. So that was fun.
Right.
Oh, man. My cheeks are from smiling.
Oh, good.
Oh, man. Townsend, you've been amazing. Thank you.
Amber, you've been amazing too. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, keep going for it.
Thank you. Townsend, where can we find you on social media?
Not many places. I'm not much into, I mean, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram, but I rarely post anymore. A couple of years ago, I just decided I needed to pull way back because it was consuming too much of my brain and I didn't like that. So
good on you.
But I'm on Facebook. Just you can search for me there. And on Instagram, I'm at IBTalkin, IBTALKN, IBTalkin. That's that. In fact, we're gonna at the end of this, I don't know when you're planning on putting this thing up on YouTube, but we are doing a Ninja Turtle online signing. At the end of this month, with this month being July. Yeah. So on July 31st, we're doing an online this
will most likely be out before then, to be fair, because I only have like 3 more interviews scheduled, and then I think it's like about like mid-July it'll probably be out, to be fair. So
great. So if it's out before the 31st, we'll be doing a signing on Instagram. Well, I'll be on Instagram. I think Rob is on Instagram and TikTok. I don't know. TikTok is not something I've gotten into, but
I don't like it. It's not my thing.
So anyway, yeah, me neither. I mean, all this stuff is for me such a time suck. I could just, I just go down these rabbit holes, and before I know it, an hour and a half has gone by, and I'm like, what in the world did I just do?
Oh yeah,
But,
definitely.
yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but Facebook and Instagram.
Sweet. Well, I'll put links to those in the description. And to you at home, thank you so much for watching this interview. Thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me and Townsend talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yammer on and on and on.
It's funny though.
Hey, shut up!
Oh gosh, you need to go back to the UK. We need you back. It's been nearly 10 years.
Invite me over.
Oh, well, anyone in the UK? Is anyone there? I want Townsend to come back. Oh, okay.
I'll be back, I'm sure. Actually, I will say this. It's not for general consumption because nobody can show up for this thing, but I'll be going to COVID allowing, of course, but supposed to be going over to Dublin, over in Ireland, in the end of September, early October I'm teaching a voiceover workshop and teaching animation for a week over in Dublin. Yeah.
Wow.
For a gentleman named J. Michael Collins. He's got a thing called a Euro retreat. We were supposed to be teaching in Florence, Italy last year in November, and that got canceled, of course.
Is it just you who's teaching?
Nope. It's there are about 6 or 7 people coming over from the States who are going to be teaching. But I think I'm the only one who's teaching on animation. The others, there are some casting directors. There are some agents going as part of this workshop, and it's very small. It's only for about, I think, 12 or 13 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So if that happens, I'll be getting over to the UK again.
I'm hoping to get to Dublin next March because Maurice and Rob are hoping to do an appearance at Dublin Comic Con. They're going to Dublin Comic Con.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
So they're not coming over to do their Animaniacs live?
Nah, they're just coming over for Dublin Comic Con.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So we'll see. Yeah.
All right.
Meeting them. To you at home again, thank you for watching. We will see you around. Stay safe, keep healthy. We'll get through this together. And bye for now. Bye.
Thanks, Amber. Okay.
Cowabunga,
dudes! Spoon!